What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to give you an overview of some of the current data points, what is really happening today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, Lucid is down 2.89%, largely piggybacking off of the broader market and the data that did come out, so I'm going to talk all about that. But the market's been open roughly around 2 hours, very little volume, so 11.9 million shares being traded, 34.6 is the average. So big money isn't really buying the dip today, so not necessarily the best. No actual news associated to Lucid today. There was a couple things submitted after hours yesterday, one of which was a 8K, and that was them just officially announcing that they're going to be hosting that Technology and Manufacturing Day on September the 10th. So the fact that they did put this in a SEC document, in my opinion, once again, it kind of validates that the Gravity is going to be unveiled that day. Because yeah, they're making it very, very official by doing this, which is, in my opinion, somewhat unnecessary because they did that news that came out September the 4th. So they're kind of giving the rubber stamp, in my opinion. And as I've stated in previous videos, under Lucid's website, it said that they were kind of participating in the Morgan Stanley 12th annual Laguna conference, and they kind of made it official. So they did put out news yesterday, again after hours, that they're going to be participating in that. Aside from that, that's basically it. So no actual news for Lucid. It is just the broader market, not necessarily the best. So you did have non-farm payroll, 142,000 the actual, 164 the forecast. So a lot of the consumer data that's been coming out over the last 24 hours for the most part, or 48, whatever you want to call it, it hasn't been good whatsoever. And plus, unemployment did come in line with the forecast of 4.2. I think just the broader market was really anticipating lower numbers, and I think the dagger that really caused everything, more on a side joke, but Jim Cramer first thing on CNBC said that this data that came out today wasn't all that bad. So I think he kind of just gave the massive dagger in the broader market and just, yeah, obviously inverse Jim Cramer, right? First thing, basically shorts have been really doubling down once again. So they're breaking this trend, as you can kind of see. So shorts have been, or was returning for the most part up until this point. Now they're starting to kind of increase once again. Currently 2.08 million shares are being increased. That is net. 27.88% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 250.16 million shares. So shorts have been kind of anticipating this negative data over this last now I think 4 consecutive trading days. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But Lucid is also breaking down on a technical level, and this is something I've been stating over this last little bit. Looking at options, very little dollar value, so 164,000 in calls, 160,000 in puts. 50% of all the options being done is bearish. So as I've stated in the past, typically when shorts are increasing, they hedge with call options. So that usually does give a false reading of more bullishness. So if you kind of factor that in, then yeah, definitely the broader market is very, very bearish today, and resemblant through options. Of the call options that are being purchased, you do see a kind of consensus for it to be above 350, and then looking at puts, more so sub 350. So we're clearly on a very strong pivot right now. These are some of the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So you do see some buying that is happening right here, but it's still shorts. Algorithmic trading is countering this, and like I said, shorts increasing right now around 2 point whatever million shares. If someone's buying 50,000 shares, that's not going to do any dent, right? Shorts pretty much have full control of Lucid, and they have for a while now. So this is something I've stated time and time again. Something definitely does need to change. It would be nice if Lucid came out and did something about it, or the PIF, instead of just throwing money at Lucid consent like all the time. Shorts are one of the biggest culprits on why Lucid fails to break out all the time. So it's a unfortunate thing, but these are some of the transactions occurring on the dark pool above $100,000. So again, just a more of a FYI. Like I said, Lucid is breaking down on a technical level, and so right now with it at 353 and plus the low so far is 349, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 375 was that kind of support that really failed yesterday. So yeah, not necessarily the best, but as of right now, that's going to be the next resistance slash target. Given the data that's most likely going to be coming out next week as well, I don't anticipate this pivot to be touched whatsoever, at least in the foreseeable future. If anything, it is probably going to touch this S1. So 313 is going to be the next support that you want to watch for Lucid. And so yeah, if it does break that, then the Elliott Wave Technicals is projecting kind of the high 2s to hit next. As of right now, looking on the actual chart for Lucid, you do see it is transitioning from the higher to the lower percentile of the Bollinger Band, which I did mention in yesterday's video most likely was going to occur. The next thing to really watch for is that 50-day moving average. If that 50-day moving average does fail to hold, then yeah, all hell is going to break loose with Lucid. And basically, so that is kind of right above this S1. So 330 is going to be that 50-day moving average. So Lucid is just breaking down on a technical level. Whether it holds that 50-day is going to be a very big deal. And so yeah, based on all the options, people are anticipating for that to clearly break, but options is just more of a sentiment. It doesn't actually move the stock price whatsoever. But no doubtably, this is Shorts' plan, and their plan is just to break Lucid, push it down, and ideally below that 50-day moving average. So as of right now, I think the next big thing for Lucid would be them unveiling and opening up the reservations for the Gravity, which, fingers crossed, is going to be the 10th, in my opinion. If, let's say, it's just more of a showcase of their technology and stuff like that on the 10th, and they do not unveil the Gravity, I feel like the market is going to be very much disappointed, and it is going to prompt a even further sell-off. So Lucid at this stage needs to really realize that the market wants a catalyst, and I've been saying this for a very long time, literally since like 2023, because after the Pure came out, like the next big catalyst was the Gravity. And the market, like no matter whatever you invest in, even if it's not Lucid, you need catalysts. You need some sort of optimistic kind of stance to really look forward to. And if you don't have that, or let's say it's a year and a half out, then what? So this is why Lucid, especially after the Gravity, right? The Gravity needs to be a 100% on point success, because if not, the next big catalyst for Lucid is going to be that mid-size SUV that is late 2026. So a good 2 years away. So definitely Lucid. I think that's probably why shorts are really trying to suppress Lucid, just to deter any optimism associated to the Gravity, because investing, even aside from everything, is a very big psychological game. I don't know if you guys have had that epiphany. It took me a good couple of years to finally realize that it is very much psychological, and this is why a lot of heavily retail present stocks such as Lucid is targeted time and time again, because retail kind of plays with emotion quite a lot, right? So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Lucid. That's kind of a quick summary of what the hell is happening. Some people are saying it's an overreaction. I think just a lot of the data that's been coming out hasn't been the best, so I think it is somewhat valid in some cases. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Take advantage of this promo, link in the description below and also the comments. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, so this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.